According to a new report, Wendy Williams was found drinking every single day, even during her talk show. And that might be the reason for her recent psychiatric evaluation. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. As you know, we've been following this Wendy Williams story since she canceled her promotional week right before the premiere of the new season for The Wendy Williams Show. Then the producers of her show released a statement that Wendy had contracted a breakthrough case of COVID-19, which means she was vaccinated and ended up catching COVID-19. But then new reports the same day are saying that she voluntarily committed herself to a psychiatric evaluation. Well, now, according to The Sun, more information is coming out about what is really going on in Wendy Williams' life. So many people have speculated, if you've been watching the coverage that I've been doing here on the channel about Wendy Williams, have speculated a variety of things from her Graves' disease, things from the lymphedema in her feet, to also her past drug history. Well, now, according to The Sun's sources, they're saying that she has a drinking problem. So according to The Sun's sources, Wendy Williams allegedly, quote, was drinking every day, even while filming the show. The source added that the staffers have said they would smell liquor on her. And this is a quote. They said, everyone is an enabler because they don't want to lose their job. They see it, they know it, they smelled the liquor. As you may recall, Wendy Williams on her show back in 2019 admitted to having a problem, also admitted that she was going to go into a sober living house on the height of the scandal going on with her now ex-husband, Kelvin Hunter. After everything played out, you also may recall Wendy really downplayed any sort of addiction history. She made it seem as if she went to that sober house to get her mind right so she could leave her husband. So people didn't think that she really had an addiction problem. But if you watched her Lifetime movie and everything that was going on around that and her promo, she even admitted to drinking a lot during that time. But back to what The Sun is saying. So according to the source, they said Wendy drinks every day, and the only time she was sober was when she was at the sober house. They added this. They said her staffers are worried, but no one is ever going to speak up because they don't want to lose their jobs. She's an alcoholic, a bad one. She doesn't need a talk show. She needs help. So as you may recall, back in April of 2020, during her monologue, Wendy confessed that she had been living in a sober house. And she revealed at the time, she says, I'm moving out of the sober house in just a few days, it'll be Wendy on her own. I have to tell you, I've been dealing with issues of addiction, alcoholism, and I have a whole new life that I planned for myself and my son. But as you also know, as we've been following this story and reporting on this story, we've been saying if it was any other issue besides, her Graves' disease or the lymphedema, I had called out her talk show saying that don't put Wendy back on the air just so that you guys can make your money. And according to this, no one wants to say no to her because they want to keep the Wendy Williams Show going. They're all invested in keeping the show going. But Wendy is no good to herself or her son by continuing to do the show if she's struggling with alcoholism. Further, what the source is saying, they're adding this. They said, no one can tell her no. People are afraid to speak up. The staff has been back for weeks now, anticipating to have the show return at the end of the month. Now, with the premiere pushed back, staff are increasingly concerned about the fate of the show. So as you may recall, last Wednesday when Wendy Williams voluntarily went in for a psychiatric evaluation, according to sources, an NYPD spokesman told The Sun, there was a call for a 57-year-old nonviolent female who needed psychiatric services at the address on Wednesday morning. They were transported to the hospital. So a lot of people were just like, wait, this is not making sense. A psychiatric evaluation, and I thought she just had COVID-19, and everyone had their different speculations. And I've been hearing for a while, not just this week, about possible issues with addiction for Wendy. Maybe part of me, because I followed her career for such a long time, didn't want to believe it, but we've seen it. We've seen it on the show. We saw an episode live on air where she was slurring her words and she just barely could get throughout the show. A source close to Page 6 recently said that Wendy is lonely as she continues to struggle with her health. The insider said, it has been a very difficult time for Wendy. She's a single woman with very few friends. She lost her marriage, her mom, and is living alone. There's a lot on her plate. And that's a lot to keep in mind. Not only is Wendy dealing with her health and dealing with a career, she went through this tumultuous divorce and affair. Speaking of which, a lot of people are calling out Kelvin Hunter for his insensitive post. He recently went on a celebration for his birthday with the other woman at the time when he was married with Wendy, the woman that he had been dating while married to Wendy for 15 years, and now has a child. Has a child with this woman. And let's go there. Let's see what Kelvin had to say. So Kelvin posted this picture of him in some very gaudy mask and glasses. He says, B-Day vibes all week. So thankful to the Most High, quote, God. Why God in quotes? To all blessings. I tried to tell him health is wealth, not money. God said they'll learn. Have a blessed day. So not the time, Kelvin. So not the time. And then he posted this picture of him and Sharina Hudson with the caption, infamous. Here's the thing. I get it. Wendy has dragged his name, rightfully so, on the show, in public. But these statements, even if it wasn't intentional, which is hard to see that it wouldn't be intentional. It's like, what are you saying? This is still the mother of your child. Your son is grown. He is going to see that post. He's going to see us talking about that post because you put it on a public forum. She's dealing with addiction. And we need, especially as the Black community, not to lessen what that is. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, Wendy didn't care about other celebrities and their addiction. Well, maybe she will have a very different opinion about those things and how she handled them over the years. Either way, I've seen all of your messages and your comments. Everyone's sending well wishes to Wendy. We're going to continue to do the same and follow up on the story. But another reason why I'm doing this story is to put pressure on the Wendy Williams Show. Do not put Wendy Williams back on that show until she is fully ready. I get it, as publicity, PR, public relations, you guys have to put out a certain story because that is her right to have privacy during this time. She doesn't need the pressure of everyone talking about her addiction. But I'm glad that we know, because now you won't put her out there when she clearly has a problem and needs the time off to take care of herself. Guys, I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.